Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles of GMS and the sincere Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth and sincerity. And I pretty much want to get into the topic about how things are really it's pretty much already hectic now. Like things are really kicking off. We're working harder than ever now to defend the truth and push these prophecies like it's supposed to. And that's the main key about this truth, is defending and pushing this truth and defending it. And it's you got all sorts of crazy shit coming out of here and out of this truth. You got all sorts of let me rephrase it. You got all sorts of crazy things coming out with these damn doctrines that don't make any sense. And then on the other hand, you have Esau on the side, right in front of us, just doing basically what the Lord says. Really, he's being the devil that he is. He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be pushing his agenda so it can further collapse his economy. And that's the beautiful thing about this truth, is that it's supposed to happen. And meanwhile, while this is happening, we gotta. The main key is that we gotta stay spiritual, because Satan or Yahushua can let us fall off at any given time. Satan couldn't jump on us. Them demons can jump on us, and that's why we pray to Yahushua to keep the faith. I can give the same two examples: Ephesians 6 and 11, where it says, "Put on the whole armor of Yahweh," and 1 Chronicles 16 and 13, where it says, "Seek the Lord in His strength continually." And just from those two scriptures, I would say any of us will find that powerful, because it doesn't say for us to seek the devil's power or his strength. It says to seek Yahweh's strength. Why? Because he's the one who's going to save us. Because while we're in the mix of every bullshit happening between us, we got the spirituality to keep us going. And what's keeping us going? This truth, the Spirit of the Lord. Whereas you got 2/3, and I'm not just talking about in the world, but I'm talking about that know that they're Israelites that are basically phony. And that's a lot of guys that's out here that's pretty much phony. They're false prophets. And it's to that point that we still got to defend the truth, no matter how stupid it may be, no matter how stupid or how dumb of a doctrine they come out with. We can't let that stray the elect. Ezekiel 3:17 said, "Be ye a watchman." That's not only watching out for what Esau does, but that's watching out for what these guys does. And sometimes, brother, may not be able to see it, but that's why we're a body and we're able to catch. And one of us is going to be able to catch it. So you got guys coming out with all sorts of crazy shit. Jeremiah 8 and 11 says the stock is a doctrine of vanities. That's what it is. It's a doctrine of vanities. That's what these guys come out with. You can shave your beard. You can line up. And some more shit. The earth is flat. It's just complete idiocy. And it's really chaotic. Believe it or not, because it's just sowing discords amongst everybody else to figure out what they want to believe, even though that's supposed to happen. But at the same time, it's misleading, really. And that's why we're out there to cover it up, to show you that, hey, this makes more sense. Instead of following the worldly things of what people want to bring out, follow the spiritual things. Because that's what the Lord is about. If you think of Yahushua, you think of something spiritual. You don't think of anything worldly. Sure, you can think back on the past of him being on the earth, but guess what? When he was on the earth, he was still spiritual. He wasn't going out there being all worldly with shit. And that's why. Then that's how we gotta be. That's why, like I said, First Chronicles 16:13 says, seek the Lord in His strength continually. Why? So you don't be out here being like these niggas. So you don't end up being out here making up false doctrines and some more shit. And it's baffling because it's like, what else can you make it up with? And believe it or not, you can make up a shit ton of shit when it comes to the truth, because anybody can try to make the truth out to what it seems to be, or what they want it to be. And that's what Esau done to us in our slavery, and used Jake against us to teach us how the Bible goes. And then and then other niggas are indoctrinated into that. So really, what these 2/3 are doing is really what Esau is continued the path which Esau set them up to be. So you get to pick on how you want to interpret the Bible now. So that's that. But then you don't have to go any deeper. Well, then you go too deep and you don't understand what the hell you're going about. So that's another thing. When you go too deep and you just trying to go over the top with it, and it's not that hard. You get the clear understanding, you meditate on it, okay, and you're like, okay, I fully understand where it's going at now. Because some guys will just parrot scriptures and don't even understand the meaning about it. Or they'll parrot the scriptures and like I said, they don't understand what the person can be talking about. Instead of you getting the understanding of why he said it. And that's the main key, is you gotta get the wisdom and understanding of the scriptures. You just can't just parrot off of someone else and expect to just automatically have it. And that's why these scriptures go twofolds, and that's why the scriptures has to be brought out right. Because you get parrot someone, but if you don't have no one there to teach you why the brother has said it, you're gonna be lost. Because someone's gonna question, okay, why? What makes you really think that's what this is? And you gotta come up with multiple reasons. Or you don't have to come up with multiple reasons if you don't want to. But it makes more sense if you have the better understanding of it. And that's the important thing about the scriptures, is you can't just go off someone else's understanding unless it's really that clear to you. And of course, Esau really has to pay. And of course, Esau has to really pay for all that, because if he didn't teach our people how to just be ass backers with the scriptures, our people would be having a better way of life, understanding the scriptures. Even though it wouldn't be probably meant for all of them, or all of us, which it ain't. But we will still have a better way of life if we followed the law, statutes, and commandments the best way we can, as we're trying now today. But our people are just so caught up in the way of Esau, because that's basically what this is. This lifestyle is the way of Esau. This is his kingdom, but he set our people on a path of carnality. He set our people on a path of following social media, following what everybody else says, or do what you want to do, or you can do everything you want to do if you put your mind to it. And sometimes that don't even be the case, because you can believe that you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it, but it's not always that likely, because the Lord is the one who sets you on your path on what you have to do. Because you can say, I'm going to be the best fireman I could be, and the whole time you don't even get that. You got somewhere else where you could be an electrician, and you be the greatest electrician on the face of the earth for that. So it's not always about what you want to do. It's about what you're supposed to do. Not worrying about the ways of trying to succeed in this captivity, because as you can see, there's been plenty of government shutdowns. We know Babylon ain't perfect because of it shut down before. They talk about how make Babylon great again. Well, you've been saying make Babylon great again, make America great again, is saying keep our ass in slavery. The economy already shut down once with what they call the Great Depression right there. Well, guess what? We're in the Greater Depression. And you talking about keeping this place alive. This is why Esau needs to be put into slavery and be destroyed. No, first, number one, be destroyed and then put into slavery. Isaiah 14:21 says, prepare slaughter for the iniquities of their fathers. So they neither rise nor possess the land. So with that, death to Babylon, death to Esau, and death to you niggas. And of course you niggas are going to be brought back correctly. So with that, I just want to say Shalom and death to Babylon.